Realtor told title company my father has dementia. My father recently moved into an assisted living facility and I'm helping him sell his home. The realtor that we've engaged told the title company that my father has mild dementia and they said that now need my sister and I need to get complete power of attorney in order to complete escrow. The realtor is an idiot in general, but has she broken any laws or industry ethical standards? What can we do? The realtor is doing their job. One of the preliminary responsibilities taking a listing is to establish that the seller is a qualified seller, meaning they must be of sound mind, hold title, and have the full intention to carry out a sale if their listing terms are met by a buyer. No contract can be held legally valid if the signer is not of sound mind. It is entirely voidable, both by the buyer and the seller. It's a nightmare scenario and a giant waste of everyone's time. You might not be happy that this creates a couple more hoops you have to jump through. But you have a great realtor. How is he an idiot? What if you're taking advantage of him while screwing the sister? Who told the realtor that he has dementia? Once a professional is told that they know it, and if they want to protect their career and license, they have to act accordingly. You guys probably should have gotten a POA from him before he moved out of his house if you are going to be handling his affairs. You just need to get an attorney and do this legally from now on. Once you have the full POA, you can act on his behalf. If you are truly helping your father, then getting the POA should not be a big deal. If you or your sister told the agent your father has dementia, then the agent has to disclose this. It's another layer of protection. Nothing idiotic about it. A few scumbags in this thread. What the realtor did was the right thing to do. She isn't diagnosing anything. She is disclosing what she was informed of. She did the right thing. And the moral thing. Maybe OP is Abe Lincoln honest. But that doesn't matter, as the realtor doesn't know that. Unfortunately, there are some real shitbags in this world that would take advantage of their own families. So these laws are necessary. Step 1. As a person whose father had dementia, can't sign the listing agreement in this instance. So at that point her contract is invalid. I did have a POA and fortunately my mother was alive and expressed her wishes to sell. What I will say is many people tried to take advantage and have my father sign things. Several thousand in legal expenses unwinding as he wasn't authorized to sign. Please watch your older family and friends and keep them safe. They did the same for you when you were young. Dude, this is industry standard. The shit that could happen because the realtor sold a house that wasn't yours to sell. Holy fuck. You can't imagine. She's smart for this. Realtor did exactly the right and ethical thing. Having done this abroad recently, I second the real estate attorney route. And family attorney if you have one. HIPAA law does not protect people in the context of real estate. HIPAA law was created to transfer patient information between hospital systems and health insurance companies safely. That's it. Does he have mild dementia? If he does, they're in the right. You need to be of sound mind to sell a home. They could lose their license if they knowingly sold a home of someone who wasn't 100% competent. Your agent isn't an idiot here. She just saved your butt. Elder abuse is very real. Your agent is doing the right thing. I recommend getting a real estate attorney to help you through the process. I would consult with legal counsel if you want any real advice, but sounds like something that might actually be legally obligated to do. She's not in cahoots with the title company to screw you. That's not how it works. Did you disclose to your realtor that he had mild dementia or anything that suggests he not of sound mind? If so, That broker has a duty to disclose that information to the title company because it will affect the color of title. And if you're not in the deed, a power of attorney is necessary for you to enter into a contract on his behalf. Realtor did the right thing. A notary would have had to witness his signature and had to have been told he has dementia. I know it really sucks to admit, but your father is on the downward spiral. Hope he has many years left. But you never know. You do need to get power of attorney. You are lucky. I work in title. And if I had been told the seller had mild dementia, I would require a letter from his physician stating he is in his right mind to be able to sign a power of attorney. If the physician refused, I would require you to seek guardianship through the court. Seller fraud is real, and the title company's job is to prevent it. We have to protect the seller and the buyer. How did the realtor come about this information? Is the assisted living one that specializes in dementia patients? Did you or another family member say something? I seriously doubt the realtor just pulled this out of their ass. Someone told them and they did the right thing by notifying the title company. You're just mad that it requires more steps to get the deal done. All of this is to protect your father and make sure that you and your siblings are stealing his property. Contract would be invalid if he doesn't have the mental capacity to understand it. It's a fundamental part of contract law. It will delay the transfer a bit. Yes. But it's the right thing for her to have done. Just go through the POA process and move on knowing you're going by the book. Unless your father is actually of sound mind. In which case the realtor should not be making medical diagnoses. And you'd then have good cause to disengage from your contract with them? The real question is, does your father actually have dementia? If so, the relator was 100% in the right to do they did. Your realtor saved your ass by making sure you do the right thing, buy them a bottle of wine and say thank you. Crazy to me that you would try to sell his house without having a POA first. I was county guardian along with my brother for my mom and am DPOA durable power of attorney for my dad. Your father needs a doctor and an attorney to decide whether or not he can legally sign papers. With mild dementia, he may be able to make decisions for himself. The escrow company will err on their own side to protect themselves. He may be able to sign making one or more of his kids a power of attorney. This alleviates any issues with an escrow company making the call. Man and sister tries to sell dad's property. Realtor does due diligence to protect the actual owner's welfare. Man and sister big mad. This is 20 levels of Seuss on your part, buddy guy. If he can't sign the deed, he can't sign a POA. Has your father been declared incompetent? Or did you tell her your dad has dementia? If no, the realtor is a big mouth. If your dad is in fact incompetent, a guardian needs to be appointed. Your father needs to be of sound mind to enter into a POA in order to grant the authority to you and your sister. So, either your dad is of sound mind, or a guardian needs to be appointed. A POA isn't the solution. So the realtor and title company aren't overly sophisticated. So, how is the realtor qualified to determine this? If he has so-called dementia, he would not be able to execute a Page O.A. as an escrow officer. I would ask for a letter from his doctor to determine his ability to handle legal financial situations and go from there. The agent overstepped. So I guess the realtor will be voiding the listing and letting you guys go elsewhere. Since she's so concerned about your father's condition? So sorry you have to do the legal ethical thing. Everyone is big idiot because you couldn't just do what you wanted. Big report to manager coming.